Hi everybody, welcome to today's reading lesson. Our learning challenge today is I can develop my understanding. That basically means we are going to read the text, which will be the true story of the three little pigs that we have been looking at all of this week and last week, and we are going to think about what's happening in the text and show our understanding of what's happening in the text. So we are going to read a little bit more of the story. I'm going to start from the beginning. And our story is called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault that wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbour for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbour was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed. And I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. Now, it seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner just lying there in the straw. So I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little bit better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbour's house. This neighbour was the first little pig's brother. He was a little bit smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, wolf, you can't come in. I'm shaving the hair on my chinny chin. How rude. I just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. So I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust had cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail, wolf's honour. And that's where we're going to leave it for today. I'm going to have a go answering some questions in a moment. You are going to think about the text and read it or listen to it again if you want to. And then we're going to have a go at answering the questions today in full sentences using some evidence from the text. That means we're going to use some words from the text or the picture to back up why we think a certain thing. So these are the questions that we are going to look at today. If you've got an adult around, do lots of talking about the answers to the questions and why you think that's the right answer before you do your writing. And adults, if you do want to help the children with their writing, that is absolutely fine, because some of these sentences are quite long and tricky because they're all going to have the word because in them. Okay, question number 1 says, why does the wolf eat the pigs? So I want to know why the wolf eats the pigs. Why do you think the wolf eats the pigs? So in a moment you can pause the video for a minute and either have a talk if there's an adult near you, or just have a think. Why does the wolf eat the pigs? Have a think now. Okay, so why does the wolf eat the pigs? Well, actually, the wolf eats the pigs because they are just lying there in the straw, aren't they? And they've already died because he killed them accidentally by blowing the house down, and their house just fell in on top of them. So why does the wolf eat the pigs? He eats the pigs because they're already dead, so he just thinks, I may as well eat them then, might I? Because I'm not hurting anything, they're dead either way, so I might as well just eat them. He also might eat the pigs because he's quite poorly, isn't he? And I'm not sure if you know this, but when you are poorly, eating some nice food often makes you feel a bit better. So those are 2 really good answers for why does the wolf eat the pigs. So if you've got a different answer to why the wolf eats the pigs, that is also absolutely fine. You can write that down. My answer to why does the wolf eat the pigs that I would write down would be, the wolf eats the pigs because they are already dead, or the wolf eats the pigs because he is hungry. You could also write, the wolf eats the pigs because he is poorly and the food might make him feel better, or something like that. So the question is, why does the wolf eat the pigs? I'd like you to write, the wolf eats the pigs because, and then tell me why you think the wolf eats the pigs. So you can pause the video now and have a go at doing that. And adults, if you want to write the first half of the sentence down for the children, that is absolutely fine. If you want to write, the wolf eats the pigs because, if they are struggling to write, they can just finish off that sentence with their writing. Pause the video now and then we'll talk about question number 2. Okay, question number 2 says, why does the house fall down? I'm going to let you do this on your own, so have a think about why the house falls down. You can pause the video now and have a think about why the house falls down. And then when you are writing your answer to question number 2, I would like you to start your sentence with, the house falls down because, and then tell me why the house falls down. And again, adults, if you want to write the first half of that sentence, the house falls down because, that is absolutely fine, and then the children can finish it if they are struggling with writing quite a long sentence. So pause the video now and answer question number 2. And finally, question number 3 says, why does the wolf need sugar? So have a think about why the wolf needs the sugar. And then you're going to have a go at writing your answer. Your sentence is going to start with, he needs sugar because, and then finish off that sentence for me. And then finally, if you'd like to have a go at doing the deeper learning says, my friend says the pigs are rude. Find evidence from the text that supports this idea. So my friend is saying that the pigs are rude. You can either agree with that or disagree. So you can write I agree or I disagree, but you have to think about how you know. So if you're going to write I agree the pigs are rude, you need to write because this is what they do in the text and tell me what they do that's rude. If you think he's not rude, the pigs are not rude, that's fine, but you need to find me something nice and polite that the pigs do. If they're not rude, they must be nice and polite. Find me something nice and polite that they do. So deeper learning says, my friend says the pigs are rude. Find evidence from the text that supports this idea. Have a listen to the story again or have a look through it and see if you can find something either rude or polite that the pigs do, and then write it down. And then that's today's reading sorted, year ones. Well done. We would love it if you could send us your work from today. That would be amazing. See you tomorrow.